Hi guys, this is Manvi Singh. I am a law student of IME Law College and I am a legal intern in Lexis and Company. So the topic is beneficiality of prenuptial agreements. Now, we Indians consider marriages as a religious sacrament, a strong belief to the connection between two different individuals and uniting for a permanent bond until death till death part them. It is a peaceful journey of joy, bliss, love, sorrow, and sacrifices. Such beliefs and prevails because our religious customs and tradition are followed across different part of India. The definition given by R.N. Sharma for the Hindu marriage is the most appropriate of its states that it is a religious sacrament in which a man and a woman are bound in permanent relationship for physical, social, spiritual purpose of dharma, prosecution, and sexual pleasure. Now, as per such belief, Indian marriages cannot be decided upon by a contract. The various decision ruled by Supreme Court that any contract entered upon by parties which has marriage as an object will be termed as null and void. Hence, prenuptial agreement or any other form of contract where the marriages will be considered as an object will not a legal tenable in India. In India, prenuptial agreement, antenuptial agreement, or premarital agreement are sort of aligned concept which comes under the purview of the Indian Contract Act 1872. It is basically a private written contract, written signed contract by the couple prior to their marriage, which later helps in controlling various legal rights over each other which they acquire through a civil union. It is much more of financial agreements between parties who will be tied by a marital place. It is typically list down all assessed liabilities insurance owned by husband and wife. It is also mentioned all properties, shares, and rights each partner will get after marriage or after the filing of divorce by signing a prenuptial agreements parties to the marriage giving up their rights for the legal and fair decisions of marital estates after dissolving for marriage. Now the challenges ahead. The Modern Tenancy Act deals exhaustively with all the landlord tenant issues. However, since land is a state subject under list or second of the 7 schedule, this act is just a model act and the state have the option to either adopt the act or it is or amend this existing law. A timely implementation of this act can be changed. Challenges. Now, previously, we have seen how delay and dilution done by the states in adoption of RERA Act, which was also an brought the central government on state subject, become a challenge and in its proper and uniform implementation. Furthermore, this act has had been applicable prospectively, which means that it will be no bearing upon the existing tenancy agreement, which continue with the arbitrary protection such as asking for healthy security, deposits, or sudden rent increase. Now the conclusion of this topic is, as per date 2011 census, more than 1 crore houses in India are lying vacant. India, for now, does not have any state governing prenuptial agreements. Such agreements are properly no are most probably in developed countries like the USA and Australia. Through recommendation were made for the making prenuptial agreements mandatory before the marriage by Maneka Gandhi, who was the Minister for the Women and Child Development, to D.V. Sadananda and Godwa, then Minister for the Law and Justice, as it was difficult for women from low socio-economic background to fight against their partner for alimony or any property right over his assets, filing for divorce, but it did not comes into the force as Indian won't stand marriage as an agreement or contract to deal with. So guys, this was all about this topic. Thank you so much for listening me. Like, comment and share.